Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name is Bobby Waldron and welcome to this inbox review, which we're going to do a bit of a Japanese heavy bomber just here. This is by ICM. It is in 1/48 scale. It is the Ki-21. Is that an I or a 1B? Sally. Now this kit was new tooled in 2023, so pretty sort of a nice new tool, and it is by ICM, so pretty good to see them actually bringing some stuff out. So, and it costs around about, I think it was something around about £58-ish RRP, be a lot cheaper than that on the Genesis Models website. So let's open this up and take a look. We've got some good box art, by the way, and it comes in a nice box as well, so like its own separate little box as well. So we have packaging, seems to all be in one bag, but we'll have a look. We have our two main sprues here, which is our wing section and fuselage. Let's have a quick look at the actual surface detail. So we're going to bring you in nice and close, and what we see straight away is actually it is very crisp, right? Very sharp recess panel lines. Got a couple of recess rivets with this as well, right? But yeah, looking very sharp, very crisp, very clean, quite noticeable in that sense. On the underside of our wing just here, again, same level of pretty nice detail. I mean, maybe a couple more recess rivets maybe, but other than that, it's looking rather good. On the underside, nothing of any major note. So there's our first wing section. Here is our fuselage, right, which again, it does look like we've got some bits of, I don't know, bits of plastic flapping about, but no big deal. Again, same level of detail. I am noticing, okay, when we get those 90-degree angles, a little bit of fading of those recess panel lines. Yeah, you can sort of quite notice it, a little bit of old school sort of molding errors there, but you know, it's enough there that you could kind of like rescribe that a little bit. So very crisp, but that little bit of a problem there. Let's flip this over. On the inside, oh, we do have a lot of rib work that's going on the inside. I do believe there's a lot of glass in this, so we're going to see quite a bit. Couple of ejector pin marks here and there. Whether they're going to be seen or not, you'll have to kind of work that out, and whether you need to take care of them. Bit of sort of detail in the cockpit area just there. Same with the second half as well. Quite nice bit of rib work on there. We've got our sort of, looks like engine cowls. Again, same level of surface detail that's throughout the kit. Don't forget our little instrument display panel just there. Quite a lot of detail going on there for all our dials and everything, so that's nice to see. We have another wing section just here that looks pretty much almost an identical sprue to what we have seen, just one or two little pieces that are different. We have the tail section. Right, as you can see, kind of a bit strange how they've got this. The fuselage is going to be like that, because that's going to potentially pose a little bit of a fit issue, maybe depending on the fit. Right, but that's looking rather good. Now we have all our little bits and bobs, which we do have a nice bit of engine detail. As you can see, we can see that good detail in there, looking quite crisp. We have some free-fall bombs as well to go in there, our propeller. Again, all these little pieces are looking rather crisp. And then we've got all these tiny little other bits and bobs. We've got a bit of landing gear just here, which the flash does actually look very minimal as well. Any nasty ejector pin marks? No, we're not seeing them on the landing gear. Rather good there. Looks like we've got two sprues that are identical with that as well, and then we have some internal detail, things like MGs that we've got going on there. Not sure what all this kind of detail is going on the inside, but I'm presuming it's all going on the inside. Some instrument display panels and stuff going there on there as well. Again, good detail. I don't know, oxygen tanks or something. Again, lots of lovely little bits of detail. And that's all your grey plastic. We then have, nicely separately bagged, the actual clear parts, which, as you can see, there is quite big pieces of clear canopy that's going to go in here, so we're probably going to see inside. So hopefully there's a lot of nice detail on the actual inside. Looking at it, I'm gonna have to put it up to light and just see if there's any discrepancies. Okay, I'm seeing like one of those hairline kind of mold things, those things where if they're at two different temperatures, and when they sort of meet, it kind of creates a slight line, so it's you know, into the bones, shall we say, of the plastic, so you can't actually like sand that out. I don't know if you could see it on camera. It's quite a faint one, it's just there. I think you can maybe just pick that up. Not majorly noticeable, but it is there. Other than that, looks actually quite good, to be fair. So that is all the plastic, right? Not too shabby. The only thing I can kind of criticize there was that kind of like the 90-degree angle, the recessed panel lines fade a bit. But onto the instructions, we have a little leaflet here. Looks like ICM maybe are releasing their own acrylic paint range. We got some decals in here, right, which are just big massive roundels, Japanese roundels. We've even got some instrument display panels that are in decal form. You know, maybe they could have been looks a bit better than that. I'd probably paint them or maybe get some aftermarket photo etch or something along those lines. But they don't look too bad. Then the instructions themselves were in colour. We have it in English and what looks to be Russian as well. We've got some colour callouts for the ICM colour range. So let's move through this. It shows you the different sprues that are in there, and we get started with the fuselage section where we actually glue that tail end on. You know, just test fit. I mean, you don't want to kind of be showing glue lines there. Maybe might be a bit of an issue. Looks like we put in the clear parts or doors on this as well. Moving along again, lots of sort of internal detail that's going to be built up to be put inside. Remember, there's quite a lot of glass, so you're going to probably see in there, looks like our bomb bay doors with all our bombs going on there, seats, cockpit area. Hopefully there'll be enough detail in there just to show it all off, which there does seem like you're going to spend quite a bit of the first part of the build actually putting lots and lots of bits in, and it does look like there's loads going on inside there, so we should be good, and it seems to get you there quite clearly. Admittedly, are they doing the colour callouts? Is it colour callouts? What's that? Use colour. Oh yeah, you got the colour callouts there, so yes, they are doing colour callouts as they go along. Bomb bay doors, I do believe. Is that going to be open or closed? It looks like it. Yeah, open or closed on the bomb bay doors, so that's nice if you want to close it up or not. And then we kind of bring this together and then start actually putting all our wings and tail sections and all these kind of good things on, which is kind of getting kind of a standard sort of build. Nice to kind of see this. I mean, hopefully that's going to be a good fit there with the wings into the fuselage. Sometimes if you're lucky you can get away and sort of, it's such a damn good fit sometimes. I remember what was it, the Lancaster bomber, it was such a damn good fit you could spray them separately, so because it was such a big model, and this is kind of going to be a biggish model, spraying them separately can be sometimes a little bit easy, and then you can just glue the wings in if you prefer to go down that route, but it's probably not that big a model, so you might not have to worry about that. Then it shows you the landing gear, which all seems to be quite straightforward. Hopefully you won't have to actually go off and put the landing gear in before putting this engine cowl area on around it, because you don't want landing gear hanging about, but you might be able to get away with it. Then we've got the engines, a little bit of a construction there, and looks all good. Kind of simple. Maybe the interior might take you a bit of time and maybe a bit complicated. Now this is potentially complicated. What is going, did they actually provide the decal canopy masks. I didn't see any. Just had to go off and have a look and find out what is going on with this mask template that they've put in here. I thought that I was missing a masking template, but apparently they don't come with actual masking templates. They, for some reason, give you this, some sort of, I don't know what they're trying to go off and do here. Like, are you supposed to like scan this, print it off? Have you got one of those proper cutting machines? And I don't know, seems really pointless. What the whole idea of this is, I don't know. It kind of just made me think I've got masks in the kit that aren't there, and somehow I was missing them. Pretty sort of weird and pointless. There is a lot of windows on this, so maybe this is a kit where you go off and maybe buy some aftermarket canopy masks. But you know, if you good at making your own masks, I mean, it's probably not that hard. Anyway, moving along, we have some nice markings, 4 pretty good markings. Here is our first one. The first 3 seem to be kind of similar, but then we do have a nice sort of fancy camo one at the back. So 4 markings to choose from. So all in all, coming at almost £60, maybe a little bit steep, but then it is a brand new tool. From what I can see, the only problem was, you know, that 90-degree angle on the fuselage. The recessed panel lines fade a bit, but a little bit of scribing shouldn't be such a big deal as long as it goes together rather well. You know, it looks like a pretty damn good kit. It would have been nice to see those canopy masks, but maybe a little bit overpriced. But you know, it's scale modeling these days, prices are going high, and it is a new tool, so it's not too bad. In all fairness, it is a bit of a nice big thumbs up, especially if you're into all your Japanese World War II aircraft. So other than that, hopefully you have enjoyed this inbox review, and as always, until next time, my name is Bobby Waldron, this is Genesis Models, and I'll catch you later.